decided you're ready to invest. That is a fantastic first step. But, it immediately brings up a huge question. Before we even get to what to buy, we've got to figure out how we should even be thinking about the market. And that right there is the most important part of this whole journey. So let's dive in.
Does this feel familiar? You open up an app, you're all set to go, and bam, you're just staring at this wall of thousands of companies. It's a lot. It kind of feels like you've been dropped in the middle of a massive city with no map and no idea where to go. So, where on earth do you even start?
Well, what's our first instinct usually? We look for a shortcut, right? We ask a friend for a hot tip, or maybe we hear about a stock on TV. And hey, that's totally normal. We're all just trying to find an easy answer to what feels like a really, really complicated question.
But this is the little mindset shift that changes absolutely everything. See, the real power, the real secret isn't in knowing a specific stock to buy. It's in knowing how you decide what to buy. Because building wealth for the long term, well, that's not about luck or random tips. It's built on having a clear process. And that process is called analysis. So let's think of analysis as our map to the market. And on this map, there are really 3 main paths you can take to find your way around. Each one gives you a totally different view of what's going on. Let's take a quick walk down each one.
Okay, path number 1, technical analysis. This is what traders live and breathe. It's all about looking at charts, price movements, and finding patterns. The best way to think about it is like a daily traffic report. It's super useful for short-term moves, for figuring out the best moment to get in or get out. It's all about timing.
Path number 2 is what we call the investor's path, fundamental analysis. Now, this approach, it's not about the daily traffic. It's about the destination itself. You stop looking at the wiggles of the stock price and you start looking at the actual business behind the stock. You ask questions like, is this company healthy? Is it growing? Is it built to last for years and years? This is all about the long journey.
And our third path? Well, that's the crowd's path. This is all about news and sentiment. This is where you try to get a feel for the market's mood. It's a bit like scrolling through social media or reading online reviews. You get a sense of what's popular, what people are excited about, what they're afraid of. It tells you what everyone is talking about right now. So we've got these 3 different ways of looking at things. But here is the most important thing I can tell you. They are not the same. You can't just swap one for the other. Each one is a tool for a very specific job. Trying to find a great long-term investment using a short-term trading tool, it's like trying to fix a delicate watch with a giant hammer. You're just using the wrong tool for the job. And this little table really just boils it all down. Technical analysis, that's for traders. It answers the question, when should I get in or out? But fundamental analysis, that's for investors. It answers the bigger questions. What business is worth owning and why? And that really leads to the biggest question you have to ask yourself. Are you trying to be a trader timing the market? Or are you trying to be an investor owning a piece of a great business? Now, I can practically hear you thinking, okay, this is great for individual stocks, but what about my mutual funds? And that is an excellent, excellent question. We promise we are going to get there. But for right now, let's just stay on this path and build our foundation. One clear, simple step at a time. A little patience now goes a long way. So if our big goal here is to build wealth for the long run, not just to make a few quick bucks, then we have to start by building on solid ground. We need a real foundation, not just a shortcut. And that's why, for us, the journey has to begin with one specific path. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? The what has to come before the when, always. You need to feel confident in the quality of the thing you're buying way before you ever start worrying about getting the perfect price. And this right here, this is the beautiful chain reaction that we're aiming for. It all starts with really understanding the business. That's fundamental analysis. That understanding, it builds real, genuine conviction. And when you have that conviction, it gives you the patience to not panic when the market gets shaky. And that patience, well, that is what builds real long-term wealth. It's a simple formula, but it is so, so powerful. Okay, so we've got our starting point, we've chosen our path, fundamental analysis. But of course, that's just step 1. So where does our map take us next? Let's take a little peek at the road ahead. In the next few explainers, we're going to roll up our sleeves and get really practical. We're going to show you exactly how to look at a company, not just its little ticker symbol. We'll get into how you can tell if a business is strong or weak, which of all those financial numbers you should actually care about, and most importantly, how to build that rock-solid conviction we were just talking about.
And this is why we're doing all this. Sure, a lucky tip might work out for you once, but the skill of understanding, of being able to analyze a business for yourself, that is a tool that will work for you your entire life. It's really the difference between someone giving you a fish for a day and you learning how to fish for a lifetime. And really, when it comes down to it, that's our whole goal for you. It's not to make you rely on us or anyone else. It's to give you the tools and the confidence to make your own smart decisions, to help you become a thoughtful, independent investor. I mean, what's more empowering than that? And of course, just a quick reminder that everything we talked about today is for educational purposes only and is not investment advice. Thanks so much for taking this really important first step with me. I'm already looking forward to the next part of our journey together.